Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Jakargon, back at it again. This time with, I've completely forgotten, but I think it's part 18 of building my capsule wardrobe. As always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate all of your support. And there's many more videos coming in future too. We also have a Discord. People tell me to keep plugging it, but yeah, you can find the link below and you can keep in touch outside of videos and post your fit pics and chats, and I'll also post updates in there too. So now to the meat and potatoes of the video. It's been a while since our last capsule video update. And in this one, I have pieces that I've actually had for a bit now. However, it's been sort of caught up with making other videos, so I've tried to compile them as best I can and put some fits together around those new pieces. But first, pieces that have left the collection. The MA1 bomber jacket, one of my first pickups actually, is God actually sold it to my housemate, and I see them wearing it almost every day, so it's found a new home, so they're pretty happy. The Random Identities satin overcoat, I had a bit of time with where I wore it recently a couple of times, yet I just never have felt like I can piece together an outfit using it. And the other day wearing it into Lastly to visit friends Carly and Bernard, they were both really, really keen on it, and I've ended up selling it to Bernard. And actually, Carly has picked one up off Mercari as well. So yeah, I guess hashtag influenced. But yes, that jacket is gone. Only yesterday when I sold it and I wore it into town was I truly happy with what I'd done with it, but I definitely think it's found a good home and can't wait to see what Bernard does with it. So moving on to the pickups for today. No pants. No pants. However, let's begin with outerwear. So for the longest time, I've been looking for a coat. Nothing too special. There is a dream coat that I have, but it's like $2,000 and I don't have that kind of money. But I do like to check Uniqlo in the city in Melbourne every time I head in, see what's on sale, and I noticed that a lot of the Jill Sander collection pieces from seasons past, even up to a year ago, were heavily discounted. And I had my eye on one of the coats and kept going back in each week to see, and it was still there with other coats. And then eventually went back and found that it was the last one remaining, and it was in an XL. And I figured that I wanted something a bit larger than my regular size, which is an L, because I want to be able to wear something underneath it. Whereas an L, that would definitely be maybe on top of a shirt or something. An XL can accommodate like a hoodie or even more layers underneath, and that's what I wanted. So I did end up picking up this. This is a Plus J long coat. I picked up this coat and I have been quite happy with it. I've worn it a lot. I actually wore it on a date and they were like, "Why are you dressed so formally?" It's like, I'm just wearing a coat. Let me enjoy my coat. It didn't go well. I have to let the cat in. The cat's being annoying. All right, the cat is in now, so. The cat is in, everybody. The cat is in. Yeah, so I picked up this coat and I have really quite enjoyed it. It is very warm, but it's not too warm. And I found that whilst trying a lot of other large coats, they can be very, very heavy and very, very warm. And I warm up very, very quickly. So even though it might be cold, when I just put it on, say I walk a few blocks in town, and I've definitely warmed up. So this has been a great pickup. I definitely really enjoy it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's anything particularly incredible, but I do love wearing it and styling it and layering it with other pieces. Very happy. And it was at a great price too. Over half price from what it was originally, because it was over a year old. And it's a good get. So another piece that I've been a little bit unsure about is my Undercover Noisemaker hoodie. Now, I love that hoodie. It's probably one of my favorite hoodies that I've ever owned. However, it just isn't quite the right size for me. It is a large. However, with Japanese sizing, a large is more akin to a medium here. And so it's a bit form-fitting. It's a bit smaller than I'd like it to be, and I haven't really found an extra large in a price range that I think is worth it. So I went out looking for other Noisemaker designed items because it was kind of a line. There was like coast jackets, sweatshirts, things like that, and ended up finding this one. So this is a large shirt. It doesn't have a hood, and it's just got the logo on it, and I love it so much. I would love to eventually get a larger hoodie, but I've actually now got that hoodie up for sale, and I'm very, very stoked with this one. I didn't have a sweatshirt anyway, so I feel like having a sweatshirt now does mix things up a little bit. It's not very thick, so it's great for layering and can also then be worn in warmer days too. Kind of like a step up from a long sleeve t-shirt, I would call it. But yeah, excellent price on this one as well. I was very, very surprised to find it for very cheap, and yeah, here we are. It's a bit of a wider cut, and it's got like a long dippy neck so you can wear a shirt underneath. And yeah, this is actually one of the fits that I put on for the video, but just decided to put it back on afterwards because I figured this is what I'm gonna wear tonight to get K-barbecue, hopefully, but the place is closed, so hopefully. So next up, through my adventures in meeting people in the fashion community here in Melbourne, I actually have met a few designers, and one of them that has stuck out to me the most is the Plagiarist. And they are a recent label. They just put out their first collection at the beginning of this year, which is almost sold out now as well, which is very, very cool. But it's basically inspired by the diaspora of families who have moved to Australia and grown up. So a lot of immigrant influence, and they are an immigrant themselves. So it does reflect in the clothes they make, and I guess the ethos behind the brand. Definitely worth checking out the website. A new collection is dropping soon, but I was lucky enough to pick up the collarless blazer that they made. The sizing of their clothes is interesting. It's either A or B. B is a slightly wider cut, and A is a slightly slimmer cut, I guess, compared to B. So I picked this up in a B, and I really, really like this blazer. It's so comfy, and it has these beautiful contrasting details around there as well. And I've just not owned a blazer. I've been trying to get a blazer from Medukati for the longest time, and it's a bit of a nightmare working out like measurements and whether they're gonna fit, because blazers generally fit a bit more fitted compared to the more oversized clothes that I like to wear. And I had actually bought a couple and had to sell them on because they just didn't fit, even though the measurements match the measurements of other things. I definitely screwed up somewhere. I just don't know where. So yeah, this blazer I've actually been wearing a lot, and you'll see a few fits with it that I'm very, very stoked with. But it's a great way to just make an outfit a little bit more formal and dressy should you want to. Definitely worth checking out the Plagiarist, and the link is in the description below. This wasn't sponsored, by the way. I just think that they're a cool brand and run by a cool person, that's all. Okay, so the last clothing related pickup for this batch, I have been really, really enjoying getting into the whole Yohji Yamamoto vibe. And I think that's very, very clear because a lot of the pieces I have more recently are leaning less away from the Rick Owens type beat and more into the Yohji Comme des Garçons type beat. And I figured, hey, I think it's time to get something that perhaps has a logo or a signature to it. And so I looked into staff shirts. Now, perhaps the one that I'm most familiar with is the Comme des Garçons staff shirt. And I've seen this all over the place. It does look very cool. It's very, very long. However, it didn't take me long before I eventually found the Yohji staff shirt. And these are actually quite pricey. And I did kind of save a search and kept an eye out for ones that would drop below a price that I was comfortable paying. And also noticed that they're available in different materials, like some are Tencel, some are Cupro, some of this interesting wrinkled fabric, similar to a wrinkled t-shirt that I bought from Ground Y a couple of videos ago. And lo and behold, eventually a piece emerged at an excellent price because it has a very, very small pinhole hole towards the hem at the bottom. And I jumped on that and picked up my Yohji staff shirt. It is actually gorgeous. This is the Cupro material on the body, and the sleeves are made from cotton. So it does have an interesting little shine and sheen. It does wrinkle pretty easily, but not overly impossible to manage, which is awesome. I find the collar really interesting because it cuts across here. You can sort of button it up twice to sort of make it a bit more tight or a bit more open should you feel it. The sleeves themselves also bunch up a bit, so they kind of, I guess, balloon out if you do button them up. I think it is a really, really cool top. I've actually been wearing this so much because I really, really enjoy it, and how the front is shorter than the back and it's got like slits in the side so you can still access your pockets. It's just different options to wear it, and I've tried tucking in the front and leaving the back flat behind, but not 100% on it. Perhaps in a future video we'll see it. Overall, I'm super happy with this piece, and it's very quickly become one of my favorites. And yeah, if you're into the whole vibe, definitely recommend looking into it. You can get similar pieces without this print on the back, should you want it. And it is definitely worth looking into because a top that's longer at the back and shorter at the front gives you a lot of options too, so it's versatile. Versatility, right? It's what we love. Okay, so those are the tops. All just tops. No pants. No pants. I am wearing pants though. So moving on to shoes. I have made a couple of videos on these two pairs should you want to look into them a bit more in depth, but I'll just run through them quickly here. First of all, we have the Rick Owens Converse Turbo Weapons, and I got these for an amazing price that I just had to jump on them, and they were basically brand new. They're very, very dirty now because I've been wearing them a lot, but these are some of the most comfortable shoes, if not the most comfortable shoes I own. So they do get a lot of wear, especially for more casual things, or if I'm like on a film shoot or something. These definitely get me through the day a lot easier than wearing a lot of my other pairs of shoes that are just not so comfortable. I highly recommend them though, like if you are thinking about dipping your toes into the Rick Owens ecosystem, but don't want to spend a pretty penny on things like Ramones or Geo baskets, which I mean, Ramones, a lot of people are saying quite overplayed at the moment as well, but you know, you do you. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money, this is a great entry point. It gives you a very similar silhouette to a Geo basket with the oversized tongue and chunky sole, and arguably it's significantly more comfortable. So win-win, right? Definitely worth it. I love these shoes a lot, and honestly, they're getting a lot more wear than my Geo baskets because the comfort wins out. Always. And then finally for shoes, I did make a video about it as well, but I was able to finally get one of my grails and they fit, but it is a Rick Owens mainline Ramones sock sneaker in blistered lamb leather. These are really special. I really, really like these shoes. I try and wear them as much as I can. And because of my luck with all the other Rick Owens shoes I've had with them falling apart, I'm so stressed that they're gonna break. Like every time I put them on and take them off, I freak out, but I paid good money for them and I'm trying to get as much wear out of them as I can. They're just a fantastic shoe. They fit quite large. So if you are looking to get a pair, definitely size down 1 or 2 sizes because there's a lot of room in here. There's also not a lot of support in here. So definitely, as I said in the other video, don't try and do anything erratic like run or play sport or jump off things in these because there is no support for your foot and you will probably roll your ankle. Trust me, don't hurt yourself. It's not worth it. These shoes are so good though. I was actually wearing them yesterday and today and had to take them off to shoot this part. But yeah, fantastic shoes. If you can get a pair, definitely look into it. But you know, they are gonna cost you a little bit more. So it's a bit more of an investment than say picking up the Turbo Weapons. All right, so that's enough of me rambling on about the clothes that I've picked up. Let's have a look at some fits, incorporating these into the existing Capsule wardrobe ecosystem that I have. 7 looks, let's go. Alright, so those are 7 looks using the clothes that I've picked up for this installment number 18 of the Capsule wardrobe series. Which was your favorite? I kind of like the one that I'm wearing now, and that's why I put it back on. I actually really do enjoy making these videos because I do think, or try to think of fits that I haven't already worn. So it forces me to sort of mix and match pieces together and see what I can come up with. And this is actually one that I haven't worn before, so I'm pretty happy with it, and that's why I'm wearing it again. So yeah, as well, like, what was your favorite piece? I still really, really like the staff shirt. I can't talk it up enough. It is just so nice. And also the shoes. Really, really happy with all these pickups overall as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're all taking care wherever you may be. As always, there's more content coming, posting on TikTok as well. And yeah, I do really appreciate all your support as well and coming with me on this journey. It does mean a lot to me. And the messages I get on Instagram as well, it's cool that like people are watching and engaging, and yeah, that really humbles me, that's for sure. So until next time, y'all take care of yourselves, be safe, have fun, and as always, don't do anything I do, except potentially get a pair of turbo weapons, because you can find them on the cheap and they are comfy. So comfy. Until next time, bye-bye.